Okay, we're here today with Commissioner Mark Nair, who is running for re-election, place 4.
That's
correct?
right.
Okay. What made you decide to run for re-election?
Well, thanks for having me, first of all. Why did I decide to run for re-election? Well, it was a difficult decision, and I waited pretty long to do it. But I waited to listen to people ask me if I should do it again, and I wanted to see if I had success. So I wrote a long list of things that I had been working on, and I tried to see if what I had promised to do is what I've been doing. So I wanted to evaluate that, and then really talk to people and try to understand their point of view and if I should do it or somebody else should do it who might do a better job.
Okay. If you win re-election, what's the first issue that you want to address?
Well, there are still several things that are kind of outstanding. So the first issue is to continue with the very thing that was driving me the first time, which was putting together open government software. By that I mean a way of everyone can look at what the government expenditures are in local government, see what the budget is. It's very easy to understand, very comprehensible. And that all ties together with a 311 system that I've been involved in, well, I've asked to create instead of just 911. We have vast majority of phone calls at 911 are not emergencies. So if we can change that to 311, I think we can save some lives. That ties in with open government and open access. So, for example, you got a pothole where you live, you take a picture of it through the government, through the app, the city's app, and you just send it. And then the city knows where the pothole is. It's GPS, it's geotagged. We know what to do. It goes in a queue, and then we can get out there and fix it, and it's more efficient than it's been in the past. So these things are all tied together. The very thing I want to do the first day I took office last time. It's just taken a long time to get there.
Okay. A lot of people see a lot of strife on the council over the past 2 years. What would you do to kind of remedy that?
Well, first of all, change is hard. And people voted me in, and I can't speak for the others, but voted me in particular to get some changes going on. We were static. We weren't really growing as much as we could. We had some issues with how the city was managed, issues with non-responsiveness. Those are the kind of things I wanted to change. But in the middle of that change, it had some drama associated with it. People like the old ways. And so as we move into it, people make the argument that the city is dysfunctional, for example. We're not dysfunctional. We're trying to get to a certain point to make things modern, to make things agreeable to the way people have to lead their lives in Amarillo, and to give a future of opportunity for people. And these are hard things to do. I think that if you're asking the question, what will you do to calm the waters? I think we've been there. I think things have been smoothed out since the early days of trying to get some radical changes implemented. I think it's all about collaboration and working together. And that's how I've always looked at the council and tried to listen. It's not that we have been disruptive or been chaotic. Really, if you look at how we voted, and if you look at how we've worked, it's been pretty sane. There have been some exceptions to that. But overall, I think we've been working as a cohesive group to get the right business of the city done. Now, we have made substantial progress with those changes.
Okay, a lot of the focus has been on downtown revitalization. What about other parts of the city?
Yeah, there's been a tremendous focus on downtown, too much focus. But this is signal versus noise, and the signal has been downtown, the MPAV, the stadium. There's a reason why I agreed to take that to a vote, and the reason was we were fractured as an entire community, just on not just the focus, but on the whole idea. And the only way to bring an entire community together is to have everyone have their say in it, which is a vote. That also means that once we got past that issue, the conversation changes. And now we're looking at, after the bond issue, for example, fixing the roads in the entire community that need help. We have done community engagement, and we are working really hard on working on North Amarillo to improve that. I mean, we've had people that are ignored for half a century. So we talk now about the totality of the city and economic growth, the entire region wide, and not just downtown. Downtown's important, but so is the rest of the city.
Okay. And if you get reelected, how accessible would you be to the public?
Well, I try to be accessible as much as possible. On the website, the city website is my phone number, my email, and when somebody sends me a note and they need help, I'm there to help them. I think that what we have tried as the city council, with our community engagement is new. All of this is new. And we've tried to bring people in. The problem has been, it's the same old people that come. So I don't know if it's about accessibility more than it is engagement, and how we get people really together and involved in the decisions of what the community, of what the city is doing for the community. That's the most important thing. I'm always accessible. A little too much, I think, sometimes in the wee morning when my wife gets mad and when I get a phone call. But, you know, things that we've been trying to do and things that I really need to hear from people. For example, we're going to need some help from people on the website. Is the website effective? Is it efficient? Is it working right? Are you getting the right information? I need help from people to tell us that. And we are now starting a implementation plan for infrastructure. It's called the 5-year rolling infrastructure plan. This city has never had that. We are one of the largest cities in Texas that we have always gone year to year, kind of ad hoc, looking at how we spend money on roads. Now we have a definitive plan, brand new, but we need people to tell us if that's really working.
Okay. Councilman, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, I appreciate it.